Hello and welcome to another special edition of the Franchise Tag Overtime. I'm Gareth Smith, and today I'm joined by McDonald of the Houston Roughnecks. How are you doing, Cole?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you very much for coming on. I do appreciate right now how busy it is right now. You are in the middle of camp as we speak. How's that going right now?
Camp is going good. Like you said, we just started, so we got a bunch of new guys, about 70 guys, fresh, ready to roll. And we're in camp, we're in meetings, we're on the field, we're getting to know the playbook, competing on the field, live practice, and we're getting after it. So it's been fun.
Now, and I think one thing that's quite interesting, particularly for your side, is that you've probably got the most experienced head coach in the league completely in Wade Phillips. How's he been since you've been spending time and working with him?
He's been amazing. Like you said, he has a ton of experience, a lot of life lived. And it's pretty awesome to hear his stories, what he has, the knowledge he's acquired, the players he's coached, and the philosophy that he brings.
Oh,
yeah. It's been a great privilege to learn under him, and I'm excited to continue to play for him.
I do think it was a massive win for the XFL to be able to get someone of his caliber and his experience in what is in effect a starting over first series again. I think the one thing that has been quite interesting with the XFL is looking at the names across the league that has come in, which for what is in effect a startup league again is really impressive. How have you found the people you've been training with, your colleagues so far?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, people have been brought in from all kinds of different walks, ex-NFL guys that are fresh out of college, coaches that have won Super Bowls, coaches that are trying to get a start. I think the talent and the kind of pool we have of collective men, coaches down to staff, down to players, it's been actually surprising. The level of competition, it's normally in startup leagues, especially spring leagues in particular, it's not very high level. And for this league to be this advanced this early on in the first season that it's been doing kind of anything, it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be great football to watch.
I think also what's quite unique about the XFL is the fact that it's going to be worldwide from the very first game, which there's not many leagues that can say we're going to be worldwide from the get-go. And the interesting opportunity that teams have with, particularly us fans worldwide, the NFL, we've all decided who our teams were.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the NFL tried converting us all to Jag fans here. It hasn't worked, but I will not shift from my allegiances, and nor will most of us.
Oh, yeah.
The XFL, on the other hand, has a real unique opportunity, and teams have a real opportunity to build unique and huge fan bases worldwide. So what do you think that the Roughnecks can show that will attract a wide range of international fans as well as domestically?
Yeah, like you said, it's a new league, and along with that comes new fans. And so, being globally kind of marketed and being able to have other countries watch our games, it's a huge opportunity. I think for us, everybody's going to have their own team, favorite players, but for us, our game, it's going to be a fun game to watch because we're going to be throwing the ball 50, 60 times a game, throwing the ball downfield, screens, getting the ball out. You're going to see a lot of passes, and it's going to be a fun time to watch. Guys going to make plays, crazy catches. Defense is going to be coming in hard, and we're going to be a fun team to watch. So, I mean, I hope you guys can support us. Obviously, you're going to pick and choose whatever team you guys want, but the Roughnecks, we're always looking for some fans.
And I think particularly, obviously, your style of game, which when I think back to your time at college, you were well known for having a big arm and making some very deep balls and those long threats, which is always exciting to see when you see big plays.
Yep.
Do you think that will help draw fans to the Roughnecks, your style of play?
Yeah, I mean, I think I bring a different kind of game to the Roughneck kind of offense. I can throw the ball pretty far, and that's what we do. So, I mean, everybody loves seeing the throw downfield. When the ball's in the air, everything is standstill quiet. It's a 50-50, or you see a guy beat a guy downfield. That's what people come to see. Obviously there's, hard-nosed football, running the ball. Guys like to see guys break out for, long runs, but I think passing is the best part of football. And obviously scoring is no doubt, but like you said, I ran this offense before. We're competing. All the quarterbacks in our quarterback room, especially, are pretty solid. So it's been a fun battle during camp, and hopefully we get to air it out when season comes.
And you mentioned the quarterback room there. How is the relationship building in there? Because sometimes those rooms can be quite tense quarterback rooms. Sometimes they can be really supportive. How is it going within your quarterback room at the moment?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, like you said, in any professional environment, what is at stake. And that's a starting position, right? For your family, for your future, for what you want to do in life. That starting spot is everything. So, I mean, the guys understand that, and we try to be personable. We try to be good guys. I'm rooming with one of them, so we kind of get to know each other pretty well. We have a very healthy quarterback room and environment. It's great competition, and the guys have been wonderful to play with and compete with. So it's been good to have those guys in. It ups the level of competition, and it gets me better. And then me, likewise, the other guys. I push them and I get them better. So it's kind of a give and take. At the end of the day, we'll see who starts and who plays.
No, I think it's going to be interesting. That's what I think everyone's still waiting to hear from, who will be the starting quarterbacks in each, because it's always the position I think that everyone's always looking at. It is the leader usually of that team. What do you bring with your leadership style you think that really would be advantageous?
I have a very particular leadership style, right? I think leadership is kind of in all shapes and sizes, all forms. You have quiet leaders, you have vocal leaders, you have leaders that lead by example, leaders that are more, kind of, I would say, to themselves, very reclusive. My style of leadership, first, I like to earn the respect of the guys, right? Show them that I'm working hard, that I care, that I'm personable, that I want to get to know them outside of football. And then you get on the field and you make plays, and that's how you really earn respect, right? With the defensive guys, with the offensive linemen, with the receivers, the coaching staff starts trusting you more, and then you can start to voice yourself. So I would say for me, my leadership is earning the respect, showing guys can play and they can trust in me. The offensive coordinator can trust in me in running his offense, and then ultimately taking over, right? Encouraging guys, getting on guys, holding guys accountable, doing the extra things and doing the little things that really matter and make, good players great. So.
And one thing that was very well noted about yourself, and I think one of the things that you can't teach about playing this game, is your work ethic was always extremely high. You're well known for being an extremely hardworking and committed player. Do you think that's why you potentially can encourage your teammates to follow along with that attitude?
Yeah, you can challenge guys. Through encouragement, you can challenge guys. You earn that respect, and then it's contagious. That hard work is contagious. Guys are starting to see, okay, Cole's starting to live after practice. He's getting extra work in on the field, staying after watching film. And I'm gonna start working too, and I think at this level, it's kind of already knowledgeable, right? It's a thing where guys want to be the best. If you weren't here doing this after all the ups, all of the downs, the lowest of lows, the high moments in life, you wouldn't be here, right? And you wouldn't be putting your work. A lot of guys are professionals. They know what they need to do, and they do it. And the guys that care are the ones that stay after practice, the ones that watch the extra film.
Yeah.
So I think, it's already given, right? I think it's guys just buying in and investing into the system, into the offense, and ultimately into the team. So I think, for me, it's just encouraging guys and staying on top of it, right? Not letting any guy, once a guy gets a spot or he's feeling comfortable, don't let that comfortability slip in, right? Because that's when you get lazy. Mm-hmm. So I would say that's kind of been the focus right now, is just staying on top of guys. And pushing them to be even better, right? Because you can be good, but you can always be better.
100% agree with that. And as I say, the one thing in college that you're well known for is your work ethic and being such a hard worker, as well as having that very big arm that could throw that ball far down the field. And I think for a lot of fans, particularly in the UK, we haven't, unfortunately, because we don't get to see some of the other competitions you've been playing in, and our opportunity to watch college ball isn't that great of a hit. I think the last time British fans saw you was in 2019, when you played that phenomenal season in Hawaii, ended up beating Zach Wilson in a bowl game, which is always a thing that a player wants to be going on to win. So how has your game evolved since your time at Hawaii?
That's a good question. I think everyone is athletic, everyone is big, everyone is strong. Guys are physically developed. I think the part that goes unnoticed and unneglected is the mental aspect, right? Knowing the playbook more. You can always know it a little bit here, but really diving in, knowing the ins and outs, why we call it, what to call in certain situations, being aware of the time, time management, and ultimately just playing ball, right? You can always get better. You can always have, you threw a good ball, but it can always be placed that much better, make it easier on the receiver. Feeling the pocket, D lineman rushing, your lineman kind of can get beat. They can get pushed into your lap. How can I have maneuvered better? How can I, exert less effort in the pocket? How can I simplify my movements to where I'm not having to be so jerky? So I think it's the little things at this point, right? Everybody can throw, everybody can run, everybody can play football, right? It's the little things that you need to improve in your game specifically. So I think that for me is where I've been improving, right? My big long motion. I still have a pretty long motion, but I've tried to make it more compact because that's the big thing that everybody talked about. Definitely accuracy. You can always get better with accuracy. But then just the way you carry yourself, right? The level of professionalism that you have to hold in an organization like this, in a league like this, and then ultimately next level as well.
And I think that obviously that accountability aspect is so important that you obviously clearly someone who doesn't shy away from the fact that the accountability part of the game and what you bring to that offense. Another thing that obviously I wanted to understand a little bit, how was it for you when you found out you were going to Houston to play in the footballing state of Texas, which I don't think between Texas and Florida, which is basically what the South Division is. You've literally got two powerhouses in effect of footballing knowledge. How did it feel to find out you were going to play in Houston?
Yeah, Texas is a huge football state. I know in the UK and in England especially, soccer is a big thing, but in the States, it's football, American football.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said soccer, meant football for you guys as well.
It's fine, I'll let you off.
Thank you. But yeah, like you said, Texas is a huge American football state, and let alone the United States as well. So, I mean, it's a blessing, man. And, Houston is a hardworking town, and they support their teams. So, I know that the XFL is up in 2020, and, they had quite a bit of fans, 25,000 to 30,000 fans in that stadium alone. So, I mean, and that was COVID time. So, I think that it's going to be a loud stadium. It's going to be an awesome environment to play in. And, I'm hoping the fans bring that energy because that can really translate and help the team in a game. They talk about momentum changes, special teams creating momentum, offense scoring, defense getting stops. Those are all big momentum swings. And even the crowd noise, crowd cheering for you after a great play or a touchdown, it can really, help a team and push a team to be that much better. So, I mean, I'm excited. Texas is an amazing state to be in and even a better state to play for.
No, and it's a very knowledgeable state, as you say, when it comes to football. I think the whole Southern Division, when you look at you've got the team in Orlando as well as the three teams in Texas. It's going to be an interesting rivalry, see how those rivalries develop. Is there any particular team that you think you're more looking forward to playing out of those division rivals?
Out of the division rivals. I know a lot of guys in the XFL. I've trained with a bunch of guys, and I know guys from just being through the NFL circuit, the workout circuits, trying to find a team to land on. I train in Southern California in the off season, and one of my good buddies is Brian Scott, who's a quarterback for the Las Vegas Viper team. Yeah. So, we were really close, and, we talk a lot of smack to each other. That's just how quarterbacks do it. You're like, hey, man, can we whip you on the field type. And so I'd say I'm looking forward to that the most. It's a friendly rivalry, but when we step on that field, we're there to take over and, have bragging rights for the rest of the year. So that's one game I'm looking forward to.
Okay. No, definitely. I think that I've interviewed their head coach, Rod Woodson, not too long ago as well. And I think their defense is going to be a tough defense if they play anything like him.
Yeah. I know two of the defensive linemen, Pita and we call him Wild Rob. So I'm going to be looking out for them. Those are my buddies. But, like I said, once you step on the field, it's it's all game, you know.
No, and it's one of those that's being able to park that and go, you might be my friend, but for the next 4 quarters, I'm going to beat you and make you look silly, hopefully.
Exactly.
So now the season's getting closer and closer now. We're getting within a month in, and you open the season against the Orlando Guardians. I've had on this week already DeAndre Francois, who's going to be your potential rival starting quarterback for that game. How much are you looking forward to that first game?
I think it's going to set the tone for the season, right? First game in the first year of the XFL with The Rock and Danny at the head of it, right? So I think it's going to be a statement game. It's going to be a statement game for us, obviously, and for Orlando, right? And I think it's going to be good football. It's going to be competitive, and like you said, they're one of our rivals in Orlando. So we're excited, and we're going to do everything on our end to be prepared and be ready for when we do strap it on and the lights come on, that we're going to go out there and dominate.
And being at home as well, so you'll have that atmosphere of the home fans, and hopefully be packed to the rafters with your own home fans for the game. And the fact that the passion that Texas fans have is going to be so important to, as you say, the morale and how the players perform. What are you wanting from your fans there in Houston?
I don't want anything except for their support, right? I think as players and as coaches, we have the duty to provide that experience for our fans, right? The fans don't give anything to us except for their unconditional support. Win, loss, tie, we don't expect anything from the fans except for, hey, we trust in you guys, we believe in you guys, and you're our team. And that's all I ask for. For us, it's everything to go out there and win for our fans, for ourselves, for our coaches and organization. So that's how I kind of look at it.
Yeah. And I definitely think that hopefully, because the ticket prices are really reasonable as well, what I've been looking at as well, I've seen you can get some quite good tickets for around $24 to the game for the single tickets, which is really reasonable in this day and age to go watch a professional game. And even the season tickets are really, really reasonable. You can get them for around $100, which is so unusual to find the prices like that for a game. So any fans that are looking to get tickets, whether you're a British fan, whether you are someone who is from the Houston area, make sure you check out xfl.com/tickets and get yourself to the games and support Cole and the rest of the Houston Roughnecks for the upcoming season. Thank you very much for your time today, Cole. It's very much appreciated. I wish you good luck for the rest of the season. Love to have you back on as the season's going on, as you're the starting quarterback then and are putting huge numbers up. But thank you very much for your time today. And thank you everyone for watching and listening. And we'll be back very soon with another special guest.